Hello, my name is Bindu Bamba and I am a professor of physics at the University of Hyderabad. Together with my colleague, Dr. Rukmini Mahamta, we are involved in trying to find out the answers to some of the basic questions that have troubled mankind ever since eternity. Why is there? Why does mankind exist? And uh, what is there in the universe? Okay, and much of the answers to this question lies in a type of physics which is called particle physics, and much of this information is now in the field of neutrino physics and something which is called heavy flavor physics. And our group at the University of Hyderabad, which consists mainly of women, is involved in finding the answers to these eternal questions. As Indian women, we are following the tradition of Gargi and Maitreyi and Lopamudra in questioning the universe. Everybody knows about the famous dialogue uh, between Gargi and Yajnavalkya, in which she asks what the universe is made out of. And so now, in the 21st century, we women, plus we have a male colleague also, are trying to find the scientific answers to this question. You see, the universe is made up only of 5% of visible matter. It is matter that you cannot see. 25% of the universe is made out of matter, and 75% is made out of dark energy, which is energy that is pushing the universe outwards. Of the 25% that is made out of matter, 5% is visible matter and 20% is dark matter. That is matter that you cannot see. Now, in the universe, the second most prevalent particle after the light particle, photon, is the neutrino. And so the neutrino consists of um, particles which really don't interact much with anything. So they can pass through you. There are millions of neutrinos passing through you right now. And uh, they and the search for them is one of the objects of the experiment that we are involved with at Fermilab, which is called the NOVA experiment. We are also involved in solving a question of why is there matter in the universe. Now, according to any theory of the universe, when the universe was first made, there was radiation, there was light. And then, as the universe expanded, the light converted to matter and antimatter. It should have been both. But what happened is that as the universe expanded, the universe consisted mostly of matter, and only there was very little antimatter, because when antimatter and matter come together, they will create radiation. So the only thing that is present in our bodies, that is holding us up, that we are made out of, is matter. We don't have antimatter in any of the visible universe. So why is this? So there is one theory, which is the accepted theory, that there are certain symmetries of the universe which are violated in order for there to be matter and not antimatter in the universe. And this is called CP symmetry, that is charge conjugation and parity symmetry. And if this symmetry is broken, then the universe is expanding, then it has been proposed by an Russian physicist, Andrei Sakharov, who also got the Nobel Prize for Peace, that they will be in the universe matter and not antimatter. Our group is trying to see whether we can reproduce the conditions of the early universe in the lab, and whether we can predict theories that will give us some new insight into this problem of CP violation, which is called flavor symmetry, uh, which is uh, which is called flavor symmetry. So, when you ask us what is the socio-economic impact of this research, what is the translational value of this research, then we will say, what was the socio-economic impact of the Upanishads? What was the socio-economic impact of Socrates, of Plato, of the great thinkers of yesteryear? You see, through these big ideas, we also use big equipment. We also use a large workforce. We also use a large database. And all this then filters down to society and creates things which are useful. For example, when the electromagnet was invented, nobody knew that so many machines would be created. When the light bulb was invented, nobody knew that it would illuminate our world. So, and when the electron came, nobody knew that it would lead to TVs and X-ray machines and so many other things. So, what we are doing is laying the foundation for further advanced technology, and we are doing it as thinking women uh, in the physics department at the University of Hyderabad. So now I will present to you some of the results which we have achieved in this direction, and leave it to you to judge for yourselves how uh, hard we are working on advancing human knowledge.